Alright guys, it's Brandon Riley with LADC Companies. Today we got a cool one for one. We're talking dump trucks, salt trucks, electric versus live hydraulic, live floor versus tailgate spreader. So we're start here. We have our F550. This is with the MDS by Salt Dog system on here. She has the live floor. This is all an electric system. You can see on the other side we actually took the liquid tank off. We gotta beef up the suspension here. When you load her up, she shrinks too much. When you load her up with the salt. And we needed an area to hold tools. This is obviously a crew cab, so you can put shovels in the back to carry with you. Over here, we have our single cab F550. This one's a diesel, that one's a gas. This right here is the tailgate spreader by Monroe out of Wisconsin. Nice part about it, it is not electric. This is all a live hydraulic system. So your spinner, your auger is all live hydraulics. Same with lifting of the truck. Seems to have less issues than electric. Cabs are pretty much the same thing here. So, as you can see, gotta love people that think they made a custom fabricated thing for the headrest there. So you can mount your spreader controls, everything right there. You get your PTO switch up there, and then the controls for that on the left hand of the steering wheel. So pretty simple operation. I walked through this truck a little bit more in detail in another video. Going over here, this one's a crew cab. Same interior. Everything in this truck is electric. So the lifting, the spreader controls, all that stuff. They made this custom mount, obviously out of like a laptop holder there, which is great. We got our liquid controls, we got our Salt Dog spreader, we got our open and close of the pins, which highly recommend if you're running dump trucks to have electric controls for those. Those seize the worst on salt trucks. We obviously have our two-way radios, and then up and down on here. We did install a backup camera that used to watch the salt, but it got broken off when loading one time, hasn't been replaced yet. Obviously, crew cab. So, all leather interior. Now, what's the difference? Electric versus live hydraulic. Obviously, that's all fast. Less issues to go wrong. This system is an absolute pain in the ass. So this electric system, we actually had to go to a custom hydraulic shop to make it so that this whole dump would actually drop in a reasonable amount of time. Before, when you tried to drop it, I mean, it would take 5-6 minutes for this whole thing to go down. We had to put a diverter valve into the box here, as you can see. So basically flushes all the fluid out of the hoist, drops it out so that she actually drops in about, I think it's like 60 seconds now, which is a lot better than what we were at. Obviously, we took the liquid system out. This is where we're in the process of changing some things to go on the side here, whether it's holding the bag salt for sidewalks, whether it's, you know, your shovel holders, all that stuff. You'll see that we actually had to custom modify a V in there because this is an electric system. Behind here is the fuse panel that controls that, and before, when we didn't have that on there, you put a little bit of salt, and I mean a ton of treated salt in there, and she would blow that fuse almost every single time. It became an absolute pain in the ass. Most winter we drive with this panel actually completely off, just so we can get access to that panel faster. But this V has helped us out. Now they do make one from manufacturing. It's designed a little bit differently. This was just a quick fix that we did last year. When I talked about electric pins, that's literally a game changer right there. And I can show you kind of what I mean here. So obviously everything's electric in there, so it's running off the switch to unlock those. Absolutely love this. These pins are the traditional style, so there is a rod that runs right here to the switch. It's got a safety on it. You'd pull this off, you'd pull her down right here, obviously go through, drop down. I mean, over the years we've had these bars get weak, they bend, they get seized down there. So if you can go for the electric option, highly recommend it. We got our light. Again, that one is a diesel truck. Shovel holders on the side, built-in tarp. I think actually both tarp systems are actually broken. This one for sure is broken, that's why it's bungeed up top. Doesn't reel up anymore, so we got to look at that this summer. Yeah, so there you go. Obviously this is a center feed. That's to your driver's side, which some people like that just because when you're going around, you know that, hey, if I have to hit the sidewalks at the same time, it's feeding more to that left side. Being this is center feed, it still feeds obviously dominant to the driver's side, but nowhere near as far as that one will, based off the placement of where it's at. Another thing to note, you know, with the live floor, you obviously have an adjustable door like most live floor salters, so this can be adjusted. That increases the flow of how much salt comes down based off of your feeder controls inside the cab. You have this chute that is adjustable here, so you can control where you want that salt to fall onto the spinner. We added these rubber flaps to kind of alleviate some of the flashback, so we weren't getting so much stuff under the cab. Obviously that's a big difference too with these live floors. You do get a lot of salt build up underneath the cab in all the crevices, where this truck is obviously a full box, it's covered, it's sealed. The only way the salt's getting out is obviously through this here, which obviously you can still get stuff up on the frame from driving and all those controls. But this was just a quick video of live hydraulic versus electric. Personally, I would never buy the MDS system ever again. So many issues. Turns out we're like only one of the remaining guys that we've heard of that actually still are running these trucks, but it takes a lot of modification every year to make this truck run the way it's supposed to. It's a pain. And this truck right here, we've had absolutely no issues. So Monroe did a killer job. Twin Star did an amazing job building this truck. Nothing against Twin Star. It's all with Salt Dog on this MDS system. We liked it on our F750 with the live hydraulic system. The electric system is just underperforming. One cool feature is there is a plate that you can put over that floor. So if you wanted to make this truck a year-round truck and use it to transport mulch, rock, materials, you can put that plate over that live floor. Take off the chute door right there, so this thing freely goes. Take your spinner off, and there you go. You can have a dump truck for year-round use with it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. In the comments below, let me know what you want to see next. What's your favorite kind of salt truck?